Good morning. Welcome to Morning Special. 여러분 안녕하세요. 10월 3일 목요일 최수진의 Morning Special입니다. Everything and everyone has a beginning. Well, a nation starts with a community, an invention is preceded by necessity, and legends are born from stories and hope. 하늘이 열린 날, 오늘은 10월 3일 개천절입니다. 개천절은 역사적인 의미가 깊은 만큼 태극기를 달아야 하는데요. 국기 개양법, 우리가 잘 알고 있는 것 같지만 사실 잘 모르고 있는 것이 국기 개양법이죠. 우선 국기 개양 시간은요, 오전 7시부터 오후 6시까지입니다. 개양 위치는 대문의 중앙이나 왼쪽에, 아파트인 경우에는 베란다의 중앙 또는 왼쪽에 개양하는 것이 맞습니다. 그러면 오늘같이 바람이 심하게 불거나 비가 오는 날에는 어떻게 해야 할까요? 국기가 심한 눈과 비와 바람 등으로 그 훼손이 우려되는 경우에는 이를 개양하지 않는다. 대한민국 국기법 제8조에 있는 내용입니다. Well, we are a proud nation, and that pride springs from a story that turned into a legend, a myth that became faith, and a movement that was immortalized on a flag. Well, with that in mind, on this 개천절, let me give you today's quiz. The story of our nation's foundation features King 단군 and also two animals, a tiger and this. 1번 koala, 2번 pony, 3번 bear. 오늘도 청취자 여러분의 많은 참여 기다리고 있습니다. 여러분의 퀴즈 정답 보내주신 분들 중에 추첨을 통해서 총 5분께 비타민 C 세트 보내드릴 거고요. 여러분의 소식과 소감 그리고 방송 중 궁금한 질문 있으시면 보내주세요. 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원에 샵 1045고요. 반디 게시판이나 카카오톡 플러스 이용도 가능합니다. Okay, then let's kick off today's show with today's global headlines. 세계 각국 언론사들의 어떤 헤드라인이 올라왔는지 살펴보는 시간입니다. Touch Global Headlines.
Typhoon Mitag has caused heavy damage and casualties, including 4 people dead, 4 injured, and 2 missing.
제18호 태풍 미탁의 영향으로 4명이 사망하고 부상 4명, 실종 2명으로 인명피해가 커지고 있습니다.
North Korea has revealed that the projectile it fired Wednesday was a new type submarine-launched ballistic missile.
북한이 지난 2일 신형 잠수함 발사 탄도미사일 SLBM 북극성 3형을 성공적으로 시험 발사했다고 발표했습니다.
Police records in the Philippines show that crimes in the capital area have decreased by 62%.
로드리고 두테르테 필리핀 대통령의 집권 이후 수도권에서 발생한 범죄가 62% 감소한 것으로 나타났습니다.
Tractor-driving farmers took to the streets in the Netherlands on Tuesday, protesting claims that they were responsible for greenhouse gas emissions.
네덜란드 농부들이 농업에 집중된 배출가스 감소 대책에 반대하는 트랙터 시위를 벌였습니다.
The Prime Minister of Lebanon reportedly gave a large amount of money to a 23-year-old bikini model who said they had a romantic relationship.
사드 알하리리 레바논 총리가 과거 23세의 연하 내연녀에게 거액을 건넸다는 의혹이 나와 파문이 일고 있습니다. And for the headlines and more, I'm joined by Steve Hatherley. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning to you, and a very happy Korea Foundation Day. It's an important day in the country.
It is indeed. Today's the day that the heavens opened, literally speaking. 개천 means the heavens opened.
Okay.
And 단군 made what is now Old Korea or 고조선 on this day. So it's the founding day of Korea.
I see. I love the old stories, from Korean history and from Korean culture. It teaches me a lot about the place that I live.
Yes, and he had sort of like a motto, you might call it, sort of the goal of setting or founding this country, which is 홍익인간, or in English it would be something like to benefit all humankind.
Oh.
So that's the reason we are here.
Oh, that's
so
interesting.
That makes me really proud when I think about it.
The first part of the story I had heard, but that part is new information for me.
Yeah. Well, you might have heard of the story of how 당군 came about.
There was... Okay, tell me again.
So there was the god of the skies. He had a son, and he came to Earth, and he decided to, rule the Earth and look after the Earth. And two animals came to him one day and said, "We want to become human beings." And so the son, the ruler of the Earth, he said, "Well, you have to go through a test first."
Okay.
And the test was to stay in a cave for 100 days, first of all, and only eat garlic and mugwort.
Okay.
So that was the only thing you had to have for 100 days. Those two animals were... I don't know if I can say it, because it's in the quiz today.
It's in the quiz. That's okay. So
everyone knows this. In Korea, everyone knows this.
So then what happened after the two animals?
Well, one of the animals gave up in
Okay.
between, because it's hard to have garlic and mugwort for 100 days
Sure.
in a cave.
Yeah.
So one of the animals gave up, the other one persisted and succeeded and became a woman.
Okay.
And that woman and the son of the heavens, they married, they had a son, and that was 당군.
And here we are today.
Yes, and he founded Korea.
I see. And today is the day that we celebrate
Today
that.
is the day. Exactly. 자, 이렇게 개천절에 대해서 영어로 설명을 할 일이 그렇게 저도 많지는 않았습니다만 여러분도 오늘 혹시 시간 좀 되시는 분들은 내가 만약에 외국인에게 한국의 이 개천절에 대해서 설명을 한다면은 당군 신화에 대해서 설명을 한다면 어떻게 할까? 연습을 하는 시간을 좀 가져보는 건 어떨까요?
쉽게 설명해서서 고맙습니다.
아닙니다. But these stories are the ones that are really interesting, right?
Indeed, yeah, I totally agree with you.
I definitely encourage all of our listeners, if you're Korean, to maybe practice.
Yeah, and share these stories with your expat friends.
Yes, absolutely. All right, well, if you'd like to listen to the headlines again, you can do so by going to our website. 여러분이 조금 전에 들으신 헤드라인은요, 모닝스페셜 홈페이지 헤드라인 다시 듣기에서 무료로 다시 들으실 수 있습니다. 많은 이용 바랍니다. Let's go over the headlines.
Headline number one this morning, Typhoon Mitag has caused heavy damage and casualties, including 4 people dead, 4 injured, and 2 missing.
네, 제18호 태풍 미탁의 영향으로 4명이 사망하고 부상 4명 또 실종 2명으로 인명피해가 커지고 있습니다. These are updated figures as of just a few minutes ago. 인명피해 숫자가 계속 올라가고 있어서요. 조금 전에 들어온 숫자로는 이렇습니다.
So it made landfall last night here in the country, and the KMA, or Korea Meteorological Administration, said that this is the 18th typhoon of the season, and it made landfall on the small southwestern fishing county of Haenam. That was at 9:40 p.m. This is the 7th typhoon to affect the Korean peninsula this year, and as of 9 p.m., precipitation was really, really heavy. 307 millimeters on Mount Hala in Jeju, 276 millimeters in Gohung, that's in the South Jeolla province, and in the North Gyeongsang province, there was a lot of rain as well. Winds up to 2.5 meters per second were reported in Jeju Islands mountains.
And when are we expected to see the end of this?
Well, it's supposed to be leaving the country and enter into the East Sea this morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
네, 중앙재난안전대책본부는요, 오늘 아침 6시에, 이제 4명이 숨지고 4명이 다치고 또 실종이 2건 접수됐다고 일단 잠정 집계하고 발표를 했습니다. 사망자에 대해서 간략하게 설명을 드리자면은 경북 성주에서 70대 남성이 급류에 휩쓸려서 사망했다라는 소식이 있고요. 또 경북 포항에서는 새벽에 70대 여성이 마찬가지로 급류에 빠져서 실종된 뒤 숨졌습니다. 그다음에 경북 영덕군 축산면에서는 80대 여성이 매몰돼서 사망을 했다는 안타까운 소식이 전해지고 있고요. 같은 시각 강원도 삼척에서도 오늘 새벽 70대의 김모 할머니가 토사에 깔려서 숨졌다고 중앙재난안전대책본부가 오늘 아침 발표를 했습니다. Now, we still have 2 people missing, a lot of people injured, a lot of people displaced as well.
Yeah, that's right. There were 27 people in 9 households that were evacuated to an emergency shelter on Jeju Island. We certainly hope that safety is always the most important thing, right? And that's why 680 flights in the southern airports were canceled and 100 sea routes were closed too.
네, 제주도 성산읍과 구자읍에서는 950호 정도의 집에서 전기가 한때 끊겼다고 하고요. 그렇지만 이제 복구가 오늘 아침엔 됐다고 합니다. 이재민이 또 굉장히 많습니다. 제주 지역에서는 많은 분들이 이재민이 발생해서 호텔이라든지 펜션 등의 임시 대피를 어젯밤에 했었다고 하고요. 경남 또 경북에서는 1,500명 이상이 사전 대피를 했다는 소식까지 전해지고 있습니다. 시설 피해도 굉장히 많습니다. 빠른 복구가 일어났으면 좋겠고요. We'll leave that story there and go on to our second.
North Korea has revealed that the projectile it fired Wednesday was a new type submarine-launched ballistic missile.
북한이 어제 신형 잠수함 발사 탄도 미사일 어제 발사한 신형 잠수함 발사 탄도 미사일 SLBM이 북극성 3형임을 발표했습니다. This announcement came this morning as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So it was launched off the east coast on Wednesday.
Right.
It was fired near Wonsan in an easterly direction very early in the morning at 7:11 a.m. It flew around 450 kilometers. The maximum altitude for it was about 910 kilometers. That's according to the Joint Chiefs of Staff. The high altitude that the missile was at suggests that it was fired at a high angle. If it had been fired at a lower angle or a normal angle, it would have flown a much longer distance. The Joint Chiefs of Staff, they said they're monitoring the situation closely in case of other launches. They're maintaining a readiness posture, and the USFK, or the American Forces Korea, they said they are aware of the situation as well.
네, 북한이 이제 발사체에 대해서 이제 어제 노동신문을 통해서 이것이 북극성 3형이 맞다. 그리고 성공적으로 발사를 했다라고 신문에서 발표를 함으로써 이제 어떻게 보면은 이게 발사체라는 것이 어떤 것인지 정확히 말하자면 SLBM이 맞다는 것임을 확인을 한 것인데요. SLBM이라는 게 지금 설명해 주신 것처럼 잠수함 탄도 미사일입니다. Now you said that the angle made a difference. It shows North Korea's capability.
Yeah, it can fire it at a longer distance. And this also marks the North's first SLBM test since August 2016, when it test-fired a Pukguksong-1 ballistic missile off the East Coast. That flew about 500 kilometers. They have tested Pukguksong-2 missiles in 2017. Those are remodeled after the original version to a ground-based one, not fired from a submarine. Those types of missiles can be fired around 1,300 kilometers.
네, SLBM, 그러니까 잠수함 탄도 미사일 같은 경우에는 보통 사거리가 한 1,000km 정도 되는 것으로 알려지고 있지만 이번에는 실제로 그거보다는 훨씬 짧은 거리였습니다. 근데 일부러 각도를 조정을 해서 북한이 짧게 이렇게 발사를 한 게 아니냐라고 전문가들은 보고 있고요. 실제 이번에는 비행거리가 한 450km였다고 합니다. How many test launches has North Korea made this year alone?
This year, missile and rocket launches 10 times.
I think this is the 11th, actually.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
10 times before this one, yeah. And the thing about these missiles is that this is considered to be one of the biggest threats to the United States and its allies, because this could extend the range of the North's nuclear missiles. And also, these types of missiles are hard to detect in advance because they come out of the water. They emerge from the water. So what that means is you don't know until it's launched.
그렇죠. 사거리가 이렇게 상당히 길기 때문에 미국까지도 지금 좀 위협을 느끼고 있다라는 설명을 해 주셨습니다. Okay, let's go on to our third headline.
Police records in the Philippines show that crimes in the capital area have decreased by 62%.
로드리고 두테르테 필리핀 대통령의 집권 이후 수도권에서 발생한 범죄가 62% 감소한 것으로 나타났습니다.
So the National Capital Region Police Office, otherwise known as the NCRPO, they've recorded what we have to call a significant decrease in the number of index crime incidents. I'll talk about the definition of that in a second. 62% during the first 3 years and 3 months of the administration of President Rodrigo Duterte than in the same period before his predecessor. So Colonel Ramon Pranada, he's the chief of the NCRPO. He was talking about this data. This was recorded in Metro Manila during the meeting of the Regional Police and Order Council on Monday.
그러니까 지금 이 통계가 두테르테 대통령이 취임한 다음 날인 2016년 7월 1일부터 올해 이제 9월 26일까지 거의 이제 40개월에 가까운데요. 39개월이라고 합니다. 이 기간 동안 발생한 범죄의 통계인데요. Can you run us through some of the details?
Right. So from the period July 2016 to September 26th, 2019, that was just a few days ago, crimes against persons were down 49%. Crimes against properties, those things are considered to be robberies, thefts, carnappings. That was down 67%.
Okay, well, I mean, Duterte has always taken a very hardline stance.
He has.
It seems like it worked.
It worked in that sense, but murder cases alone soared by 60%. But the NCRPO director, Major General Guillermo Elizar, blamed this on drug syndicates allegedly killing each other.
I see.
Yeah, because he's so hard on drug crimes, and I don't know, that's suggested at least by this NCRPO director that these gangs were turning on each other.
그동안에 이제 두테르테 대통령이 마약과의 유혈 전쟁을 벌여왔었는데요. 그 성과라고나 할까요? 일단 보면은 범죄의 수치는 62% 감소했습니다. 상당히 많이 감소한 것인데 살인 사건은 오히려 60% 증가한 것으로 나타났습니다. 물론 이 살인 사건은 이 범죄자들 간의 살인 사건도 굉장히 많았다고 합니다만, 어쨌든 이제 very sort of contradictory figures there.
It seemingly is, yes.
All right, let's go on to our next headline then.
Headline number 4 this morning, tractor-driving farmers took to the streets in the Netherlands on Tuesday protesting claims that they were responsible for greenhouse gas emissions.
네덜란드 농부들이 농업에 집중된 배출가스 감소 대책에 반대하는 트랙터 시위를 벌였습니다. What was this tractor protest? How did they do it? What happened?
Well, they say that this caused the worst ever Dutch morning rush hour.
Oh no, it was
On
during the
Tuesday.
rush hour.
It was during the rush hour, and there were 1,136 kilometers of traffic jams at the morning peak of traffic.
1,000 kilometers.
Unbelievable, right?
So just to put that into perspective, I normally drive from Jamsil to Ilsan, which is a very long distance. That's about 50 kilometers.
Okay, so 20 times that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If my math is correct.
Yeah, probably is.
So what this is all about is the Dutch top court, the Council of State, they ruled back in May that Dutch rules for granting building and farming permits breached EU law on protecting nature from nitrogen oxide emissions like ammonia and nitrous oxide.
Okay.
So what that did, that prompted a halt or a stoppage in thousands of projects, including new roads and housing blocks and airports. Nitrogen oxides, by the way, they play a major role in air pollution and biodiversity. And also nitrous oxide has a stronger greenhouse gas effect than carbon dioxide. So there was a Liberal MP that he called, and this is the major problem that the farmers have. The Liberal MP called for livestock production to be cut in half. So that means that 6 million fewer pigs and 50 million fewer chickens those numbers would be reduced in the country, and this is why farmers are furious. He blamed the intensive livestock farming for a lot of the Netherlands' nitrogen emissions. He said that's the biggest problem, and the key to the future was modern, sustainable agriculture.
네, 환경 오염의 주 범으로 이제 질소계 배출가스를 지금 네덜란드 정부에서는 지목을 하고 있는데요. 그렇다면 이런 배출가스를 어디서 제일 많이 내뿜느냐? 그러면서 이제 농장에 좀 초점을 맞추고 있는 겁니다. 그래서 이렇게 뭐 돼지, 뭐 닭 이런 사육의 두수를 줄인다, 뭐 절반으로 줄이겠다라고 했기 때문에 농부들의 수익이 그만큼 줄어들 것으로 예상을 할 수 있겠는데 엊그저께였죠. 농부들이 트랙터 시위로 그냥 1100km 이상에서 트랙터로 이제 뭐 라이트를 이렇게 켰다 껐다 하고 그 다음에 이제 배너 같은 거를 걸어놓고 시위를 했는데 그게 마침 출근 시간대였어요. 그래서 뭐 네덜란드 역사상 최악의 교통정체였다 이렇게 얘기를 하더라고요.
Yeah, if you saw the images or any videos of
Yeah.
the traffic, I mean, obviously we know tractors do not travel very quickly. They are not speed vehicles, and they were taking up. From the video
all
I
of
saw.
the lanes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the traffic was horrible. 2,200 farmers joined the protest in a field in the center of The Hague. They arrived early on Tuesday, so the traffic in the morning was horrible, and they speculated, I'm not sure, I didn't hear a report on that, but traffic in the evening going home from work would be really bad too.
Well, they definitely made a mark, I suppose, and were noticed.
They wanted to be noticed, and they certainly were.
All right, let's go on to our final headline.
So headline number 5 this morning comes to us from Lebanon. The Prime Minister of Lebanon reportedly gave a large amount of money to a 23-year-old bikini model who said they had a romantic relationship.
네, 사드 알 하리리 레바논 총리가 과거 23세 연하 내연녀에게 거액을 건넸다는 의혹이 나와 파문이 일고 있습니다. What's going on here?
So the Prime Minister of Lebanon, his name is Saad Hariri, as you just mentioned. He gave more than $16 million to a South African model. This is after they met at a luxury resort a few years ago.
Yeah.
And this is according to South African court documents obtained by the New York Times. So he was not in office when he sent the money starting in 2013, which would be about 6 years ago. And also, the money transfer does not appear to have violated any Lebanese or South African laws. But he's having a hard time these days. The economy in Lebanon is having a hard time too. There's a looming financial crisis in the country that has set off anti-government protests. And this month, Mr. Hariri said that the Lebanese government would declare an economic state of emergency.
나라의 경제 상황이 좋지 않은 판국에 이렇게 그 총리가 내연녀에게 우리 돈으로 한 185억 원의 거금을 입금한 것이 확인이 됐습니다. It has been confirmed, right, that he sent this money.
Yeah, and the reason that this came out is because...
의혹이 나왔다는 거군요. 예, 죄송합니다. So this is being speculated.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now we know.
Okay.
Back in May of 2013, this model's assets suddenly went up from a Lebanese bank wire transfer for $15,299,965. Before that, her annual income hadn't exceeded $5,400. So the South African financial and tax authorities, they wanted to investigate this. And long story short, back and forth within the courts, because she sued the courts too, the news came out of Mr. Hariri's role in the case. So his name appeared in the court documents, and the New York Times was able to acquire that.
그 당시에 이제 돈을 많이 벌지는 않았었던 그 여성이었네요. 연간 수입이 $5,400면은 우리 돈으로 뭐 한 600만 원 정도 되나요? 그런 것 같습니다. 연간 수입이 그렇게 높진 않았습니다만 갑자기 이제 뭐 100억, 185억 정도의 돈이 생겨서 이렇게 지금 의혹이 일고 있습니다. All right, well, those were our headlines for this morning. Let's remind our listeners of the quiz.
Quiz question this morning is as follows. The story of our nation's foundation features King Dangun and 2 animals, a tiger and a what? Number 1, koala. Number 2, pony. Or number 3, bear.
네, 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원에 샵 1045로 보내주시고요. 반디 게시판이나 카카오톡 플러스 이용도 가능합니다. 추첨을 통해서 총 5분께 비타민 C 세트 보내드릴게요. When we come back, we'll look at your messages and go to our news-focused stories. This is Alan Walker, Faded. You're listening to Morning Special on this 개천절. It's the founding day of Korea. A lot of you might be at home, not at your offices as usual, but
Hopefully.
we are live. We are going out As usual, on the airwaves, it's 8:28 and 7 seconds as we speak right now. Welcome to the show if you've just joined us. 김진철 님이요. 저는 대구에서 꽃집을 운영하고 있습니다. 그런데 태풍 미탁의 영향으로 비닐하우스 일부가 뚫리고 해서 복구하고 있는데 속상해요. The typhoon has caused so much damage. This person's flower shop, obviously, has been damaged as well. Oh my goodness. Greenhouses torn apart. It's very sad, and I really hope for a speedy recovery.
Of course, we all do.
Yeah. 유춘자님, 네, 태풍 미탁 때문에 어젯밤에 비바람이 어찌나 거세든지 무서워 죽는 줄 알았어요. Luckily here in Seoul and Gyeonggi, we didn't get such strong winds and rain. It's still raining, but not much.
Yeah, geographically speaking, Seoul and the areas around Seoul have to be considered really lucky because the weather, the really bad weather usually doesn't come up this far.
네, 그렇습니다. 굉장히 어젯밤에 무서우셨을 것 같아요. Okay, but hopefully today, within the day, we'll be seeing clearer skies, as is the case. 이현정 님이요. Good morning. 진주는 어제 늦은 밤까지 많은 비와 강풍이 함께했습니다. 밤사이 강한 바람으로 너무 무서웠어요. 하지만 언제 그랬냐는 듯이 오늘 아침은 굉장히 고요하고 평화롭기까지 하네요. 부디 미탁에 별다른 피해가 없기를 바랍니다. Anyhow, happy 개천절 이렇게 보내주셨어요.
I wonder what everybody's doing today on the day off. What is it that people do today? If you're not going to work, you have the day off. Obviously, you're listening to Morning Special this morning, but what happens after that? It's just a day of relaxation, right?
Yeah. And if it wasn't raining, I think a lot of people would be outdoors. But yes, there you go.
Movie day at home, maybe.
Yeah, that's another good idea. 2610 끝번호 쓰시는 분이요. 수락산에서 듣습니다. 이 산에 제 이름 좀 울려 퍼져 주세요 라고 얘기해 주셨어요. 이름을 알려주셔야 저희가 이름을 울려 퍼지게 하죠. 네, 수락산에서 듣고 계신 2610님 반갑습니다.
Where is Suraksan?
Don't ask me about geography.
Okay.
I shall look it up.
Okay.
I will know in the next 10 minutes.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
That's all right. 방은하 님이요. 아, 네. 노원구에 있나요? 네, 지금 우리 작가님이 노원구에 있다고 알려주셨습니다. 피디님 감사합니다. 방은하 님이요. 저는 남편에게 마늘과 쑥을 많이 먹여요. 제발 인간 좀 되라고. I want my husband to be a bit more humane, so I feed him garlic and mugwort.
It's not a breakfast that people eat in the morning, is it?
No, although they're both very good for you.
Yeah, well, it would make sense if that's what people ate,
but
on
these
this
animals
day.
had to have them raw. So raw garlic, raw, just mugwort from the ground.
Oh, it's also considered no kissing day then, too.
Exactly. Yeah, for 100 days.
Yes.
Well, keep sending in your messages, answers to the quiz, and any questions you might have throughout the show. We have 5 vitamin C sets prepared for you. Well, in the meantime, let's take a look at our news focus stories. 자, 그러면 news focus 살펴보겠습니다. 싱가포르에서 이른바 가짜뉴스법이 발효됐습니다. 이제 정부 강요들은 가짜뉴스로 간주되는 게시물을 대상으로 삭제 또는 수정 명령을 내릴 수 있게 됐습니다. Let's listen to the story.
Singapore's sweeping anti-fake news law, which critics warn could be used to suppress free speech, came into force Wednesday. The act provides for prosecutions of individuals who can face fines of up to 50,000 Singapore dollars and or up to 5 years in prison, while companies found guilty of spreading fake news can face fines of up to 1 million Singapore dollars. The government has promised anyone who is affected by the bill will be able to lodge an appeal quickly and cheaply, but rights groups and lawyers have repeatedly warned it could be subject to abuse and may have a stifling effect on free speech.
So this particular law, the anti-fake news law, had a bit of a grace period, and now it's come into force.
That's right. And now the sweeping anti-fake news laws have come into place just yesterday, as you mentioned. So sweeping, it means, we often hear it, right? Sweeping the nation.
Yeah.
I remember back in 2002. Were you here in 2002?
I was.
For the World Cup.
Of course.
World Cup fever was sweeping the nation.
Yeah.
This context is a little bit different. Singapore's sweeping anti-fake news laws. What it means is
It affects-
covering everything.
Yeah.
Because when you take a broom and you sweep the floor, you're covering the entire floor. So these sweeping anti-fake news laws, they are covering everything from companies all the way to individuals.
네, 여기서는 이제 전면적인이라는 뜻의 sweeping이 쓰였습니다. Now, the act provides for prosecutions of individuals who can face fines.
Yeah, fines of up to 50,000 Singapore dollars. That's around $36,000. And to face a fine, well, if you are facing something, it's pretty easy to remember this expression. If something is right in front of your face, it means that you have to deal with that thing.
Yeah.
Right? So if you are facing a fine, it means you have to deal with that fine. You have to pay that fine.
개인의 경우에는 face fines 그러면은 벌금을 내야 된다는 뜻이에요. 원래 face는 직면하다라는 의미가 있지만 뒤에 fine이 나왔기 때문에 벌금을 내야 한다라는 뜻인데요. 우리 돈으로 한 36,000원 정도의 벌금이 부과가 됩니다. What about companies? They have to pay a lot more, right?
A lot more. 1 million Singapore dollars. That's around $735,000. Yeah. For spreading fake news.
Right, and that would be in Korean monetary terms. I'm reading the figure right now, or at least I'm trying to. 우리 돈으로는 한 8억?
Yeah.
8억 7천만 원? 네, 정도가 됩니다. 그러니까 기업 같은 경우에는 페이크 뉴스를 퍼뜨리면 훨씬 더 큰 벌금을 내야 되는 거거든요.
Not cheap at all. And the government, they have said that if anyone is affected by this, they can lodge an appeal quickly and also cheaply. So if you lodge something, well, lodge can have two different meanings. Lodgings, right? That's accommodations.
Yeah.
But in this case, it means to file a complaint
okay.
or to file an appeal. And another way to say it would be, to file, but the meaning would be to make an official complaint, probably involving some document or something like that. If you say, I would like to lodge a complaint, I would like to make an official complaint.
그렇죠. 뭐 문제를 제기하다 할 때 그 제기한다는 게 여기서의 lodge라는 뜻이고요. 뒤에는 이제 appeal이 나왔기 때문에 항소할 수도 있다라는 뜻이 되겠습니다. Now, this may have a stifling effect on free speech.
Stifle is a word that means people don't have the freedom to do what they want. You could use this about a relationship, right? You could say, I feel smothered. I feel stifled these days.
Not a good relationship to be in.
I don't feel like I have any freedom or own personal space. Here we're talking about free speech. So you can imagine this. If your speech is stifled, imagine someone putting a hand over your mouth. You can't speak freely. So it's in a figurative sense, but it's still kind of the same meaning.
네, 숨이 막힐 듯이 답답한 거를 stifling이라고 표현하는데요. stifling effect라고 했기 때문에 억제 효과라고 볼 수 있을 것 같습니다. 자유 언론에 좀 반하는 것이 아니냐라는 목소리도 나온다는 거죠. Okay, let's listen to that story one more time.
Singapore's sweeping anti-fake news law, which critics warn could be used to suppress free speech, came into force Wednesday. The act provides for prosecutions of individuals who can face fines of up to 50,000 Singapore dollars and or up to 5 years in prison, while companies found guilty of spreading fake news can face fines of up to 1 million Singapore dollars. The government has promised anyone who is affected by the bill will be able to lodge an appeal quickly and cheaply, but rights groups and lawyers have repeatedly warned it could be subject to abuse and may have a stifling effect on free speech.
Okay, our second news-focused story takes us to India. 인도 모디 정부의 2인자로 꼽히는 아미트 샤 내무부 장관이 또다시 불법 이민자를 추방하겠다고 밝혔습니다. Let's listen to the story.
India's Home Affairs Minister Amit Shah has vowed to remove illegal migrants from the state of West Bengal through a system known as the National Register of Citizens. The NRC is a list of people who can prove they came to India by the 24th of March 1971, the day before neighboring Bangladesh declared independence from Pakistan. Recently implemented in the northeastern state of Assam, the list stripped 1.9 million people in the state of their citizenship. The process in Assam has been long and controversial. Families have been split apart, and scores of people have been placed in detention centers on the suspicion of being foreigners.
It looks like under these rules, minority groups will have to leave.
A lot of people.
A lot of people, yeah.
Will be forced to leave because so many people lost their citizenship. And this is hardline politics by India's Home Affairs Minister Amit Shah. He has vowed, he has promised to remove illegal migrants from West Bengal.
Okay, so what does it mean to remove someone?
To remove someone or something means to take it away. It was here. And now, and in the future, it will not be here anymore. If I say, Sue, that water bottle is bothering me, it's in my field of vision, please remove it from the table. It means please take it away from the table.
그렇죠. 안 보이는 곳으로 없애라라는 의미로 remove를 쓸 수 있겠고요. 여기서는 이제 추방한다라는 의미입니다. Now, recently implemented in the northeastern state of Assam, this list stripped about 1.9 million people in the state of their citizenship.
Their citizenship is gone, right. So the list stripped these people of their citizenship. To strip means to tear away or rip away quickly.
Right.
If I am holding a piece of paper in my hand, there are two ways that you can take it away from me. One is quite calmly, right? You can receive it. Or two, you can grab it, right? And that's the implication when you strip something away. It implies force as well.
그렇죠. 강제로 뭔가를 없앨 때 이렇게 strip something away라고 할 수 있을 텐데요. 여기서는 stripped the people of their citizenship. 그러니까 시민권이 박탈됐다라는 의미가 되겠습니다. Now the process in Assam has been long and also controversial. Families have been split apart.
Right. So to be split apart means to be separated from one another, but it also implies that perhaps they did not want to be. In this context, it implies that. It doesn't always have to imply that. You can talk about a relationship with your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Are you still with your girlfriend? No, we split. And that means we broke up.
그렇죠.
But the meaning is always the same, whether you want it or not. It means that you're not together anymore.
네, 여기서는 이제 families have been split apart니까 가족끼리 다 이렇게 갈라지는 일들이 발생한다 이런 뜻이고요. 연인 사이에서도 헤어졌을 때 split라는 표현을 쓸 수 있습니다. So you say I have split with my boyfriend.
Yeah, or we split up.
We split up 이렇게 표현을 많이 하죠.
Yeah, split has another meaning as well. It means to leave. So at the end of our segment today, I can say, okay, news is finished. I got to split. That means I have to leave now.
Okay. 그런 표현으로도 쓰이는군요. Okay, let's listen to this story one more time.
India's Home Affairs Minister Amit Shah has vowed to remove illegal migrants from the state of West Bengal through a system known as the National Register of Citizens. The NRC is a list of people who can prove they came to India by the 24th of March 1971, the day before neighboring Bangladesh declared independence from Pakistan. Recently implemented in the northeastern state of Assam, the list stripped 1.9 million people in the state of their citizenship. The process in Assam has been long and controversial. Families have been split apart, and scores of people have been placed in detention centers on the suspicion of being foreigners.
All right, let's remind our listeners of the quiz.
The story of our nation's foundation features King Tangun and two animals, a tiger and a Number 1, koala. Number 2, pony. Or number 3, bear.
I don't think I've ever heard of koalas or ponies in Korean legends.
Did Paul get a pony recently? Because
It's been in our answer choices a few times.
a picture is worth 1,000 ponies. I know he lives nearby. Is that how he commutes to work now?
Maybe.
Where do you park your pony, Paul? Paul parks his pony. That's alliteration, isn't it?
자, 그래서 오늘 퀴즈 정답 골라주시면 되겠습니다. 단군 신화와 관련 있는 동물 타이거하고 이것이죠. 1번 코알라, 2번 조랑말, 포니, 3번 bear, 곰 중에서 골라주시고요. 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원에 샵 1045, 또 반디 게시판이나 카카오톡 플러스 이용도 가능합니다. 추첨을 통해서 총 5분께 비타민 C 세트 보내드릴게요. We'll be right back after Epic High and End of the World sing Sleeping Beauty. All right, well, let's take a look at our next news focus story. 세계에서 술을 가장 많이 소비하는 나라 중 하나, 러시아의 1인당 술 소비가 43%나 줄어든 것으로 나타났습니다. Let's listen to the story.
According to a report from the World Health Organization, Russian alcohol consumption decreased by 43% from 2003 to 2016. It attributed the decline to a series of alcohol control measures introduced under former President Dmitry Medvedev, including advertising restrictions, increased taxes on alcohol, and a ban on alcohol sales between certain hours. In 2018, life expectancy in Russia reached a historic peak at 68 years for men and 78 years for women.
네, 보드카 왕국 러시아에서 이제 보드카를 좀 덜 마신다고 하고요. 그래서 기대 수명도 늘어났다고 합니다. People are living longer and drinking less.
Yeah, I think it's always been a stereotype, right? Russians love vodka. Whether that's true or not, I have no idea. But there were statistics in the past, I don't have them in front of me right now, that supported that Russians were amongst the biggest drinkers in the world.
Yeah.
But now those numbers seem to be changing, which is good news for the people of Russia. Russian alcohol consumption decreased by 43% from 2003 to 2016. That is a massive decrease.
It is indeed. What does consumption mean?
Consumption means to consume, which means to
take
eat
in?
or
Yeah.
drink
Yeah.
or take in. We usually talk about it with food, but we often talk about it with media as well.
Oh, okay.
Right? These days, we're always on the internet consuming content. So you could say, these days, I'm not on Instagram anymore. Are you, by the way, on Instagram?
I am. Are
Yeah?
you're not, right?
I am.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh.
let's follow each
Yes,
other.
I didn't know.
That'll be fun. If you say
I have a picture of you on my Instagram.
Oh, you do? We definitely should follow each other then. If you say, I'm not on Instagram anymore, I've deleted my Facebook account, I don't watch YouTube videos, my viral content consumption is gone.
아, 오케이. 그래서 consumption이라는 것은 뭐 소비 또는 소모라는 뜻이 있습니다. 여기서는 이제 알코올 소비 또는 섭취라는 의미로도 이해할 수 있을 것 같고요. Now, it attributed the decline to a series of alcohol control measures.
Fancy word, attributed. Attributed, 4 syllables there. And it means the reason for something. Why? Why did this happen? Why was there a 43% decrease in Russian alcohol consumption? Because of a series of alcohol control measures. Or it attributed the decline, the reason for the decline was a series of alcohol control measures and more.
네, attribute A to B. 그러면 A의 원인으로 B를 본다. B가 A의 원인인 것으로 본다. 이런 뜻입니다. So the decline in consumption was attributed to these alcohol measures. 여러 가지 이제 뭐 음주 단속법이라고 할까요? 그런 것들로 인해서 이렇게 소비가 줄어든 것으로 보고 있다.
Do you want a really fancy way to ask a simple question?
Sure.
If your friend says to you, oh, you lost a lot of weight, then in sentence form, answer form, you can say, I attribute it to changing my diet. But you can ask the question, your friends can ask the question, to what do you attribute your weight loss?
아하.
To what do you attribute your weight loss, or to what do you attribute mo. And that means, very simply, what's the reason for that?
굉장히 고급스러운 표현이네요. 살이 어떻게 해서 이렇게 빠졌어요? 라는 질문을 fancy하게 하려면 to what do you attribute your weight loss? 이렇게 표현할 수 있다고 합니다.
Fancy,
Very
right?
fancy. Okay. And life expectancy in 2018 reached a historic peak.
It's so funny that this expression is in our third news focus story because Shim Kyung-hwan Nim texted in and said garlic and mugwort can enhance our life expectancy.
Yeah.
You knew something about the expressions this morning, I guess. Life expectancy is how long we are expected to live. In 2018, this is a historic peak. This is the highest, I guess, it's been in Russia for people to live 68 years for men, 78 years for women, and that is a high life expectancy for that country.
Right. In the 1990s, it was 57.
Is that right?
So that has gone up quite a lot.
Big time.
네. 기대 수명이라는 뜻이죠. Let's listen to the story one more time.
According to a report from the World Health Organization, Russian alcohol consumption decreased by 43% from 2003 to 2016. It attributed the decline to a series of alcohol control measures introduced under former President Dmitry Medvedev, including advertising restrictions, increased taxes on alcohol, and a ban on alcohol sales between certain hours. In 2018, life expectancy in Russia reached a historic peak at 68 years for men and 78 years for women.
Now let's check the answer to the quiz.
The question was, the story of our nation's foundation features King Dangun and two animals, a tiger and a, number 3, bear.
네, 3번이 정답이죠. Congratulations, 김형우님, 서영진님. 2862 끝번호 쓰시는 분과 4728님 그리고 반디 홍보라는 아이디 쓰시는 분 축하드립니다. 비타민 C 세트 보내드릴게요. Alright, well Steve, what is your expression of the day?
Let's do stifling this morning.
Okay.
Because there are a couple of ways that we can use this. In the context of the article talking about new laws in Singapore about fake news, we said that free speech could be stifled. But the other way that we can use it is for air quality. Right? And it can be outside or it can be inside. If you are using it about weather or air, it means that it's so hot, so muggy, or the air quality is so bad that you cannot breathe. Remember when I gave the example, I said, in the figurative sense of free speech, when you are stifled, you can't speak free. Right?
맞아요.
So if the air quality is like that, or if you're in a room and it's really hot and the air feels like you can't breathe, you can say that it's stifling.
맞아요. 공기가 정말 숨막히게 답답할 때 It's stifling in here. 이렇게 표현을 할 수 있겠죠. Sometimes it's stifling outside as well.
Yeah, and you can use that only when it's hot as well. If you go outside and the weather is 38 degrees, you can say, oh my goodness, it's stifling outside today.
All right. Well, that's it for this first hour. Thank you so much, Steve.
You're very welcome. Have a wonderful holiday, everyone.
Yes, see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Well, coming up in hour 2, we have Say What, and we also have Movie with Lara. Here's USA for Africa, one of my favorite songs, actually. We Are the World. I'll see you in part 2.